Eye on the Movies with Corey Brunish, an Oregon perspective on Hollywood, the pictures, and the people.
Paul Hogan is a familiar face in his homeland, Australia, and the 26 countries where his popular TV series is broadcast. You may remember him from the highly successful ad campaign inviting you to vacation down under. The former bridge rigger is now starring in his first major motion picture, Crocodile Dundee, which he also co-wrote and which has already become the biggest hit in Australia's film history. Recently in Bel Air, I talked with Hogan about Crocodile Dundee.
This film has a very nice sense of morals. Was that a conscious choice on your part, being a co-screenwriter on it?
It's he's got the moral sort of standards that you do find in the outback at home. It's a sort of an old-fashioned male chauvinist country. And so, you know, like swearing in front of the ladies and conducting yourself in unbecoming ways is just not on. It doesn't matter what else you do. You know, there is a sort of a moral code, a double standard. And it's sort of in me a little bit, so it's come out in the film, I guess.
You're the guy I've been reading about in the paper. The crocodile man. I've been reading about him in the paper. He's like a regular Tarzan. Wrestles crocodiles, eats snakes. Is this your first trip to New York?
First trip anywhere.
Well, hell, we might just have to give you one for free.
Yeah. On what?
Half of the film was shot in New York and half in Australia. Was it hard to switch crews in the middle of a film like that? There's sort of a family experience. What was that like?
No, we thought it would be, because we shot for 6 weeks with our full crew on location in the Northern Territory in Australia. And the only American there was Linda Kozlowski, who's the co-star. Then we switched to New York, and the only Australian there is me. But we brought like our own director of photography and a few key people. But most of the Australian crew had worked with American crews and worked in the States anyway. And inside 2 days, we were all family. And we have a sort of these unwritten laws in the film industry at home that no prima donnas. Prima donnas get sent home, be they actors, directors, or grips, doesn't matter. No one's allowed to sulk, and no one's allowed to carry on like a bad sort. And the American crew loved that, loved the egalitarian sort of thing. That, you know, if I was annoying them, they could say, "Get out of the way, I'm trying to get through here." There was none of this, "Mr. Sir," no one running off to the caravan, locking himself in. So we had, you know, we had 2 happy families. When we got to America, we had a happy... They cried when we left, our American crew. We had a great time.
I've heard from several people that in New York, people steal your equipment.
We heard that. You know, all the rumours, and we better bring our guns, you know, and it's going to be pretty mad there in the streets, because we were coming out of the real empty wilderness with no one in it, and going smack bang in at Times Square in the middle of the night, and Fifth Avenue and Madison Avenue in the daytime. And we had no problems with anybody. People just walked around you like you were digging a hole in the road with a 50, 60-man crew. Nobody sort of complained. You ring up the film bureau in New York and they say, whatever you want. You want to paint the Statue of Liberty green for a week? Okay, we'll fix that. Stop traffic. You know, it was easy. It was easier to film in the heart of New York with the 7 million people than it was in the wilderness with nobody.
Maybe they just took one look at your 8-inch knife and decided to leave you alone.
Well, that tended to make people not sort of come up and try and get money off me in the street and things like that.
You got a light, buddy?
Yeah, sure, kid. There you go.
And your wallet.
Nick, give him your wallet.
What for?
He's got a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife. Just kids having fun.